I would like to continue on arousal function. If you'd like to follow this wonderful learning process, please review last week's video on how arousal actually works. And today I'm going to tell you how you can influence your arousal. And that you do with the 3 laws of the body. These 3 laws determine every physical activity we do in our lifetime. And that, of course, includes our sexuality. So let me introduce to you the 3 laws of the body.
Rhythm, slowness, movement. And remember, these 3 laws of the body determine all of our physical activities for a lifetime, including the activity of having sex. Let me explain a little more about each of these 3 laws. Let's start with rhythm. Our rhythms vary from slow to moderate, fast to automated. Everything we do with our physical body has a rhythm to it. Pay attention what rhythms you have when you masturbate or when you're in bed having sex with your partner. And let me tell you, there's something to be said about slowing it down because, and this is important to remember, slowness intensifies the awareness. You will be able to feel more, just like you will be able to taste your food better when you slow down when you're eating it. Slowness. We're dealing with muscle tension here. The body produces a range of tension which goes from hypotonic, which is less than normal tone, tonic to hypertonic, which means stiff or rigid. Now, we don't have any muscles in our genital area, but for that we have to move our hips. And what our body gives us is 3 very large muscle groups within our hip region who are involved with the increase of sexual arousal. These 3 groups are the following: the gluteus maximus, then we have the pelvic floor, and the very strong abdominal muscles. As you can see, these are 3 very strong and powerful muscle groups, and they are all involved with increasing sexual arousal. Now, in order for us to connect consciously with these 3 different muscle groups, we have to be able to differentiate them and move them independently. With the right exercises and some guidance, that ability can be learned. Now we have come to the 3rd law of the body, and that is the law of movement. To be more precise, the external and internal movement. The external movement is determined by the actual movement of the body. And we also have a range here that goes from narrow, reduced, all the way to wide, variable. So the question is, what do you do when you're having sex? Is your body narrow, or do you take a lot of room in bed? Do you throw your arms open and your legs open? Now, the second part of this movement law is the internal movement, and that, of course, is the breath. I'm pretty sure you're wondering when is the breath going to come into this? So the inner movement is determined by breathing, and it is also depending on the 3 different types of breath. And we're looking at diaphragm breath, belly breath, and chest breath.
So that was your introduction to the 3 laws of the body. For next week, you have a little homework, and the homework would be for you to pay attention to your other physical activities, daily physical activities that you have and that you do with and where you apply the 3 laws of the body. The more you become aware of them, the easier it will be for you to apply them during sexual arousal. So next week what we're going to do is we're going to take one of those laws, the law of rhythm, and I'm going to teach you and show you and explain to you how you can use that law during sexual arousal and how you can manage your arousal with that wonderful tool. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.